Alright, so this one we're going to look at direct and indirect proportionality. Okay, so when I look at a direct proportion, that means I have an equation in the form of y equals kx. So when I look at my equation, what I can do is I can use the values that I know to find out what my k value is. So with this one I have an x and y. So I know that 36 equals k, whatever that value is, times 5. So again, I'm just going to solve it algebraically. I'm going to divide both sides by 5 and divide this side by 5, and my k value ends up being 7.2 equals k. Now, once I've found that k value and drawn a line through it, that's not going to change, and I can now use it to find out what y equals when x equals 8. So I'm going to write out my equation, same as I did before, but this time instead of kx, I've got 7.2x. So y equals 7.2 times 8, which equals a value of 57.6. So my final point is 57.6. So I get 1 mark for finding my k value and another mark for using it to find my other term. Now, directly proportional to q squared, same sort of thing. The only thing that's changing here is that instead of it being y equals kx, it's y equals kx squared, or p equals kq squared. Sorry. So, p equals 2, and q equals 6.5. Okay, so again, I'm going to plug in and simplify. That leaves me with 2 equals 42.25k. Divide both sides by 42.25. And I get a k value that is equal to 0.047. Okay? So once I have that k value, and I suggest keeping that k value stored in your calculator if at all possible, and using the answer value just to make your answer a little more accurate. I'm then going to use that to find p where q equals 19.5. So I want to know p equals 0.047, 19.5 squared. So p equals, I get a value of 18. Works out quite nicely. Okay, and then if we look down here, we're going to use that same k value, so k still equals 0.047. But this time, we want to find q when p equals 7. So I've got 7 equals 0.047 q squared. So I'm going to divide both sides by 0.047. Good 0. Oops, sorry. 0.047. Stop it. And that gets me a not very nice answer of 147.875. which equals q squared. And so from there, I'm going to square root both sides. And I get q equals 12.2. Remember, if I take the square root of a number, I have a positive and a negative answer. Lucky us. Alright, and that's to 1 decimal place, rounded. Okay, so I hope that helps with direct and indirect proportion. Direct proportion. So now we're going to move on to indirect proportion, but I'm going to do these as 2 videos.